Hello everyone, it's me again, GW Fan the Softcore Brony, welcome you back to Let's Play Philly Fantasy 6. Now with Fluttershy in the party, in literally the only instance in the entire game where she must be in the party. Not that it really makes much of a difference because she's not in the party for very long, so I just have her equipped with some, well, basic stuff, as well as the Gale Band and the back guard because might as well. I really haven't gone over the back guard yet. Not that it's really that, well, difficult to understand or anything. It prevents you from getting into back attacks and pincer attacks, or in other words, inopportune battles that are not in your favor. So, otherwise I don't think I have anything else that's particularly new. Now, I have not given Fluttershy any espers because she is one character who, well, for particular reasons later on, you might not want to teach any spells. I'll explain why quite a bit later. Well, you have better HP and MP than Flash. Really? Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, this continent is actually full of quite a number of monsters with really high physical defense for the most part. So, Flash's physical attacks aren't that great. Mostly just these guys again. Well, the basket boards and whatnot. Not that it's really that big a deal. We've still got the shurikens there, so awesome. Those guys are also pretty much immune to all status effects. I don't think the Cephler is necessarily, but well, why not? That should do it. Boom. Yeah, easy enough, so yay. App Fritter, nice. More money, because I didn't already have enough, and we're here already, so great! And I don't know why, but for some reason we start off facing the wrong direction. This is just a leftover from the original game. It did that there too, but anyway. Since we were here in this town last, well, people still are kind of amazed that we're strangers, but apparently they rethought their poor economic pursuit of not trading with anybody who's not from the village. So, because now we can actually buy stuff. Not that there's really too much here that I really want to buy. In fact, do I want to buy anything in the... Oh, yes, I do. Now I actually want to buy 2 more Mystic Saddles. Not that I need them right now. We also could buy Silver Saddles, which are more defensive than any of these, but I like these just a little better for their stat boost. And also their magic defense is usually either on par or better than the Silver Saddle, except for the Earth Saddle. But, yeah, otherwise, all this other stuff, don't need it. Already have some of it, most of it. And then we have the weapon shop, which has some interesting new equipment. Flame Rod, Frost Rod, Thunder Rod. This will teach us, well, I think, is it the basic? I think, yeah, the basic fire, ice, and lightning again. Or was it the... Well, actually, I'm going to buy some. Flame Rod, I don't really care about at this point. It's not really that useful. You could buy up to 2 Frost Rods for future area. I'm just going to buy 1 because we're going to get another one of these for free anyway. And then I want to buy 2 Thunder Rods for the future as well. Silver Katana, even though this is the best katana you can possibly buy. Not that I may necessarily end up using it at all, since I'm probably going to have a better katana by the time I actually do use Applejack again, but, well, it's there. And then we have Silver Sword. I don't care. It's just a little stronger than this, and otherwise just has no stat boost or anything. I do want to buy at least 2 Silver Lances for future purposes. Silver Claw, I don't care. It's just, well, it's not straight up battle power. It does have some stat boost there, but nothing I particularly care about for the time being, at least. So, otherwise, we also have this, the Mana Darts, which I don't believe were in some of the previous versions that I've played. This is, well, exclusive to Pinky. It does damage to MP rather than HP. At least I think that's how it works, if I'm not mistaken. But I guess I'll get this just in case this ends up being useful, since I don't have any experience with it in my, well, test runs. And one other thing I did forget regarding Pinky's unique trick weapons is that they do now all have a magic increase for her. Not that I really care about that personally, but it's there. So anyway, I'll equip stuff later, but I will unequip Fluttershy because she literally isn't going to be doing anything else for us. She's going to, like, randomly leave the party. Well, not randomly, but story-wise, she's going to lead the party in a little bit, and she'll take all of her equipment with her, unlike, well, other instances in the game. But anyway, well, she'll take her equipment with her in other instances as well, but other characters, you can actually at least get it back in some way. Here, we've just got same basic stuff as always. Nice. What's that? Aw, come on! You let us in suspense. Dang it. Oh, well. Anyway, I've already looted this place of all its treasure, so, well, what little we could get, so... Over here's the relic shop, where, well, we can buy, well, some stuff for the first time, I think. Oh, wait, well, no, this is all stuff we can actually find in Naish, isn't it? But anyway, now I want to go ahead and buy the two more reflect rings. Not because I need them immediately, but because I'll need them a little bit later. And also because, again, unlike in the original game, we cannot get this at a discounted price later on. So, oh well. Hey, Lyra, you're everywhere. Oh, really? Over there? Over up here, up this way? Well, maybe in a little bit. Anyway. Oh yeah, the inn. No? Well, why would anybody not affiliated with the village ever stay at the inn? And, wow, that's a really jacked up price. Which, you know, at this point in the game, you can get Fluttershy's dreams by sleeping at inns that costs more than one bit. I kind of wonder if I can get the dreams during this particular point in the game, because after the price is not jacked up anymore, you can't get her dreams here. So, I wonder if I can do that while this guy's prices are still jacked up. I've never tried that. Huh. Anyway, Mayor! Hey, do you actually say something now? Oh, you do. Well, it's not ice cream. I'll tell you that much. Well, everyone in this town doesn't seem to know much. Fine, kid. Jeez. Might as well go here. Hey! I know you! It was kind of weird that we, well, you know, could come here before and you had no reaction to us and we had no reaction to you. But, I don't know, maybe the door should have been locked? Anyway, the elegant and beautiful unicorn with a love for fashion, because that's exactly what we needed in an RPG. Rarity, one of the other few characters whose names actually fits into the 6-letter limit. Well, I guess it has. Oh. Yeah, surely you must have heard something with all this war going on. No. Not a thing! I like how it does that. Wow, Fluttershy, cool off, wow! I love this music. Hey! I like how they use her older sprite. That came about a little later in the making of Pony Fantasy, that is. She captures everything. Maybe a little different from her in the show and all that, but you know what? It does work because she does like to draw, as was explained in the Sisterhood Social episode. So we have Sweetie Belle, and since I can't think of any instance where any character has ever called her Belle, I'm gonna go ahead and do what Pony Fantasy did and do a slight spelling of her name. It's I-E at the end, not Y, but I can't fit that, so I'll go with the slight misspelling, because I just like that better. What? don't recall you ever having much of an interest in Angel before, but yeah! We're talking about important stuff! Fine. Such a bother. Yeah, I know that Angel represents technically a couple of different animals and all that, but still, in this context, it's just supposed to be him, right? I love how the music ends the moment she shuts the door. Oh. You don't really know much of anything about Angel, Flash. Stop trying to act like you're part of the group. What adult are we discussing here, Rarity? Jeez! Yeah, tiny little village. Only the, like, biggest trading area in the world. Just tiny little village. Or at least it kind of is presented that way anyway. Yeah, something's weird. Ta-ta! That noise. Anyway, we automatically walk out, and coming back in... What a beautiful day! Yes, it is. Sure. Anyway, while we're here, now we can finally go upstairs, where there's nothing, well, notable that we can see offhand, but if we talk to the wall for some reason, we can get another memento ring, the second of, well, I think roughly 3 easy ones we can get. There's at least 4, I believe, we can get, I think. But anyway, not that it's really that big of a deal. Memento ring, well, only a couple characters can use it. Actually, it's not even really that important for Scootaloo to use it, because for some reason, her abilities, they'll counterbalance, or they'll cancel out the death resistance if she actually, if she uses an ability that doesn't have death resistance already. It's the only instance where that happens. Every other status effect or elemental ability or what have you will not counteract anything that she has equipped, so I don't know why it's just death, but hey, at least she gets, I don't know, discorded resistance out of it and all that, but petrified, but anyway, this village, something strange going on there. Hey? Oh, hey. Hi! Just observing you being normal. Odd. I don't know where they went, and I don't know how they walked this way at all, but... because we can't. I could have done that before going into Rarity's house, but it makes more sense doing it after the fact. Hey? This too. Hey! What the... Dude, kid, only you can prevent forest fires! Hey! Hey! Dude, kid! Oh. Is that supposed to be a hint hint or something? Well, anyway, I guess we could, I don't know, leave and... well, fight monsters or something, but yeah, we talked to Rarity. Really? Huh, she does have sway in the world, doesn't she? That's true. You guys all say different things now, except for you. Anywho, now that we have talked to Rarity, just as that mayor over there said, the innkeeper now only charges 1 bit, and we also cannot get dreams for Fluttershy anymore, because it costs so little. But anyway, sure, we got nothing better to do. the night. Get out of bed, you clod! What? Oh no! What's going on? A fire? Wait. It's not the kid who was playing with fire, is it? Dang it. Fluttershy? There's kind of like a need for us going on, or ponies are in danger? Fine. Good question. I don't know where he went. He just kind of like went down and then he just disappeared. But anyway, yeah, Fluttershy's not in the party, and I don't think she's in the inn either. Can we stay here? Nope. Anyway, yep, ponies are running around crazy because there's a fire. And guess whose house? This is why you don't play with fire, kid! Oh, man. Of course she is. Oh, jeez. Ooh. Fire's getting worse. Rarity, why did you put on your glasses just now? What do you... I like that, how they actually utilize a spell she actually has rather than some generic fire begone spell. Like in the original game. Pony, I think they just randomly gave her like an ice spell, which she doesn't start with. Or something, but... It makes so much sense that she has that spell, too. In this instant, or is trying to use that particular spell in this instance, too. That's the better, even better part. Fine. Stand back, everyone. We'll handle this. Wait for me, wait for me. I'm just gonna stand here and look cool, because I'm not actually gonna do anything. Try doing it all at once. Didn't work. Crud. See, he just stood there. Ah, Sweetie Belle, what did I tell you about playing with other ponies' fire rods? You better stay out here, lady. Apparently, I don't know you now. And yes, obviously, Rarity joins the party because we named her, of course, and we can't leave. We can stand on fire, apparently, but... yeah, it's kind of everywhere, but... yeah, now we have Rarity in the party, who, of course, is going to go into the back like every pony else. And her stats, actually, she's the one character whose stats start out a little bit better than the original character, probably because Strago was kind of lackluster to begin with. But yeah, most notably, her speed and magic power actually starts off at a pretty decent level, as she's also all jeweled up, as it were. Not that I'm going to keep her with that stuff, because that stuff's all obsolete by now, but... in any case, I don't know why Strago had such poor stats. I guess because they gave him this unique lore ability, which is magic in its own right, but so many of the skills were utterly useless and, well, that. And the fact that magic in general is just better. But even in this game, magic technically is better, but there's a lot of lores that have been changed from the original. There's several of the more useless ones have been made into much better stuff, although there is still a lot of the original stuff, such as Revenge, which is actually even more useless than it was in the original because it's, well, it does damage based on your current HP compared to your max HP. So the more damage you take and the more damage it can do. But since our HP is lower, who cares? I think the only reason this is still in the game is because this is obscenely deadly in the hands of bosses who can, have, thousands of HP. And then we have the stone ability, which I guess could be useful. Again, if you happen to be at the same level as a monster, which doesn't happen terribly often, it'll do 7.5 times normal damage. And of course it also causes confusion, but it's not 100% accurate. And otherwise, more notably, Rarity starts off with Bubble Wave, which we've already seen with Scootaloo, so wind and water elemental ability does some split damage, but it's very, very good. And otherwise, I think, are these all still the same price? Or same cost? I think they're all the same cost, unlike a lot of the other spells in the game. But now, when it comes to lures, Rarity learns these basically by witnessing a monster using them in battle. Unfortunately, I can't do that in this dungeon because the one ability that would have been in this dungeon has been replaced by another ability that I can get elsewhere. But in any case, yeah, basically just wait until a monster uses it. She'll automatically learn at the end of battle as long as she's not, dead, for one thing. Or as long as whenever the monster uses the spell, she's not blinded, petrified, discorded, asleep, confused, stopped, or freeze, which is another status that we very rarely see. We're not going to see that for the first time for a while. But in any case, Rarity, one of my personal favorite characters in the game. She has some very useful abilities. Just like in Pony Fantasy, I've decided I am not going to be teaching her any magic for the most part, and just stick strictly to lures, but I do want to teach her Osmos, and because of equipment that she's going to have for this dungeon and all, she is going to be inadvertently learning Ice too. And you also have Osmos, right? I actually would rather put you under this Osmos because I do want to learn Cure and Cure too, because Rarity doesn't learn any reliable healing spells from her lures, even though she does have a healing spell. So I'll go ahead and learn this stuff, even though I don't care about these two. But otherwise, I'm not really going to be teaching Rarity any other magic whatsoever, although of course it would do her well, but she does have plenty of new lures that we'll check out eventually. So I'll be re-equipping Rarity at least, since the rest of the party's almost all the way ready for next time on Let's Play Philly Fantasy VI. Arrivederci. Oh, and yeah, she starts 2 levels higher than whatever the level average is, so that's nice.